Y'all can hear that, right?
Yes, Matthias, I can hear it.
All right, so right off the bat, we're gonna give Matthias a white chip. We're gonna give Matthias +1 white chip for playing his schizophrenia right off the bat. Before we get going here, I do want all the audience to know there are multiple ways in which you, the audience, can interact with and define what happens in this game. Number one, the most helpful and most influential way you can jump in on this game right now, okay, is for you to shout "beat" in all caps in the chat whenever you want to applause and applaud the party, all right? If you shout "beat," they're gonna get white chips, and trust me, they need those white chips. They can use them to spare themselves damage. They can use them to boost their rolls. They're going to need it. This is a lethal as fuck game. So if you guys want to see them survive, don't be afraid to shout "beat" in huge choruses. I'm not gonna give a beat just because somebody says beat. It's gotta be a lot of you guys. It's gotta be a whole motherfucking herd of nerds shouting "beat" to earn that shit. In addition, you can also say, "fuck the dice, I am the dice." We have a rewards program for people who donate to the stream, and while I am thinking about it, I'm totally gonna change the sounds here. And so what's gonna happen is
you suddenly cut out.
Yeah, Mike muted.
If I can,
You decided to shut
that's
yourself up.
Discord, not that they can hear me just fine. So you guys are gonna hear me talking for a
He is
second.
still
but
talking, and nothing is happening.
Okay, is this better?
Yes.
We can hear you for a moment.
All right,
Define better.
Everybody else can hear me just fine. You're hearing me through Discord. Remember, they're hearing OBS is capturing my mic separately. So I'm gonna talk to them real quick while I fix something on the bot. So you guys won't be able to hear this. Just hold on. So what happens is if I can get a Hypemark support link in chat. Then what that'll do is that will make it so that you guys know what it is you can buy. You can cause the dice to explode. You can prevent the next couple of wounds. You can cause crits or botches on the next roll. And it is up to you what happens. You can also buy Destiny tokens. Destiny tokens are the tokens that allow you to pick things like what madness does somebody get when they're rolling on the charts for madness and so on and so forth. And that is where, when I would be rolling on a random chart anyways, you get to pick something off that chart, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna change this to so our follow sounds does not interrupt there, and then I'm just gonna go in here and I'm going to pick out that proper unnatural dice sound for Judas Steer. All right, testing. All right, that is done. So we are good to go. Ding.
Sam will start barking orders immediately. Finn, you reload now. She turns to Matthias and she says, "Whatever you did to them spiders back there, get ready to do that again. If anything comes in here shooting, I don't know what you did, but do that to them."
I'm gonna reload.
So will Sam.
Well, I'm short of shotgun, so I'm just gonna start fidgeting with my cards nervously.
All right.
Marshall for the.
Okay. We have an unnatural dice moment. $10 in their command is Squeegee Senpai. Here is blood money for 2 unnatural dice. Matthias and Finn, your evil discretion for botches. The next rolls you make will both be botches. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing like nerd herd love.
Oh wait, did we draw our chips?
That's what I was just about to ask Marshall.
All right, let me hit those chips up. And I need you guys to tell verbally to the chat, either over the air or in text or both, what chips you got, because Lady Amaranth is manning the fate pot right now.
Man in the chips.
All right. So I'm gonna roll for Matthias first.
I can't botch this roll, right?
All right, what'd you get,
Well,
Matthias?
that's about as close to a botch as I'm gonna get.
Pretty much.
3
So you get 3 additional
white
whites.
chips.
3 white chips for Matthias. All right, Sam, you're up next. All right, you get 3 whites as well.
3 white chips.
All right, Finn.
All right, this shit's just rigged.
This is like the 3rd session in a row that Finn's fate pulls have been amazing and everybody else has gotten crap. And the marshal will be taking 3 white chips as well.
That is 1 white for me and 2 red for me.
For those of you who are curious following home, whites are the least powerful fate chip, reds are the next best thing, and blues are the tasty bits that you really want. Unfortunately, everybody else just pulled whites. The players can use these chips to turn into experience at the end of the session, or they can use them to boost their rolls or prevent them damages from happening to them faces, which is really important in them Deadlands, alright? So, meanwhile, can I get an accent check, by the way? Test, 1, 2, 3, Finn? Just say the word. Just say the word cognition. Oh no!
Oh no, he's muted.
He's
now.
muted. He done muted himself.
Yes. Is that like shitting himself?
Go ahead and reconnect to Discord, Finn. Test.
Cognition.
Cognition. All right. Matthias, can you say cognition for me?
Cognition.
All right, Sam, can you say cognition for me?
Cognition.
There we go. Cognition. All right. So, ding, barking orders. Everybody's reloading. Matthias, you're fidgeting nervously with your cards. Okay then.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stand by the door. That's a bad place to stand. Get in the corner. You dumb fuck.
Well, there is one problem with standing in at least this corner. And that is, you see that gas there, right?
Sure
I do see it, Marshall.
So, the elevator will ride a smooth 60, 70 seconds. Alright, and you guys will like, and then the doors will ding, and they will slide open, and you will hear the of a lightning storm, and the flickering light coming through the doors of like a giant cloud of lightning energy flickering and glowing. It's blue-white light all over the place. And then the elevator just sits there with its doors open as if expecting y'all to make you move. What do you do?
Are y'all seeing this?
Well, I'm glad I'm not the one asking that this time.
Yes, I am seeing this. Get in the. We're gonna try to press back as far as possible.
All right.
I'm gonna do that at least.
Go ahead and place your tokens exactly where your characters would be.
I'm trying to get a good look at this lightning room we got going on here.
Well, if you move yourself in front of the door there, your visual update.
I'm gonna kind of poke my head around.
All right, Matthias. There is a computational device in the room. It is a very large computational device.
We shouldn't go in there. It's dangerous.
He says in front of the giant fucking lightning storm.
No shit. Sherlock.
Who's Sherlock?
You don't read?
What's read?
I'm just gonna...
I'm just gonna...
I'm just gonna hold my head in shame for the illiterate asshole here.
Alright, so Matthias is very much not wanting to go in. Sam, it looks
I'll
like...
do it. I'll do it.
You're up, girl. Alright.
With an exasperated sigh, she moves forward, keeping her left arm away from the doorway as much as possible.
Yep.
And leaning her head into this area here.
We cannot actually see until you let go of your token.
My token is let go of.
Your
But
token.
all I see is
Okay, yeah. You
stairwell
gotta
from
come down,
before.
come way down to the bottom of the map. Zoom out and zoom in. You'll find the new place we are.
Oh, all the way over there. Ha!
All right. You now see what we're looking at.
Wait. I see where I'm supposed to be, but my token is not there. Oh, there she is. Roll 20 and all of its gifts. All right. Oh, that there is a big computer.
That there is a big. Okay, so you step into the room. All right. First off, it is very dark in here. All right, but you can hear the whir of 100 machines just piston pumping, grinding, thumping away like there's no tomorrow. And there is this giant sphere, right? And it is doing a little vibration, right? And it is made of the most durable looking metal you ever done seen. And on either side of this giant spherical object of scientific nature, you see these two huge pipes, also made out of this very durable looking metal. And there is a control panel on the front, and there are these two giant generators on either side, one on either side. And from these machines on the ends of the spherical arm device, right, are these giant jumping clouds of lightning. It is not safe to walk through either of these, and there is a singular switch that you can see. I realize the graphic shows 3, but the graphics are lying. That's Matthias' hallucinations talking right there. All right, shut your face. And and there is a giant switch, and it too is stuck in the upright position. But much like every other switch you have encountered, you are getting the idea that whoever this mad scientist is who runs this place really likes one-way decisions. On either side of the room, built into the wall, are giant man-sized, absolutely like Texan man-sized computational devices, and up in front, on top of them, there are pieces of paper, and those pieces of parchment are slowly being rolled up to the ceiling, right? And the computational devices are ding, and they're putting out some kind of information.
I'm gonna go read one before it gets destroyed.
All right, are you gonna read the left one or the right one?
The right one over here.
All right, so you head up to the right one, okay? And I need you to roll me 2 things. I need you to roll me knowledge plus tinkering and knowledge plus science.
Knowledge
plus schooling
tinkering?
or science, whatever the hell it is.
Tinkering. Well.
All right, you got is that +2?
That's +2.
You got that +2 tinkering. All right, so you got a 6.
6 right. And science. What would be the default attribute on science?
Knowledge.
Oh, you said that.
I might have. All right, and that'll be a 4. All right, so you're not certain how it's working, but you can read instructions, and you do manage to find more of those notes that are scribbled in the same damn way that the notes from the Cthulhu Rock were scribbled in that little bit of a note-taking format. And it takes you a moment, but you can basically figure out what this thing is saying is that it's altering the properties of that metal. All right. This computational device seems to be reporting and tracking the metal that is being manufactured here, and it is apparently very durable, and the durability of this metal is increasing, and it's showing off that it is capable of withstanding amounts of pressure that you didn't even know it could be put out.
Marshall, I've been thinking how to deal with these computational devices because I ain't got my shotgun no more, and they might be some infernal devil's contraptions, but calling up the Manitou to deal with these infernal machines, I can't bring myself to do it. So I need to know, can these machines be moved?
These giant Texas-sized computational devices, no. The smaller ones you could definitely move. But these ones are downright too heavy for you. And they're bolted to the wall as well. You can see, Sam, that not only these things bolted to the wall, but they are actually hooked up to all kinds of like bits of spark and coil and strange cables and pipes that plug into the walls, as if a lot of the piston and pumping you are hearing is coming from inside the walls themselves.
All right. Can I go over and try to read the other one?
You may do so, as it appears that Matthias has not yet tried to explode none of them.
Fantastic. You just keep right there. Stand back. These computers are dangerous. Keep away.
Well, in the absence of anything else, I will at least be offering another prayer for our safety against these infernal contraptions.
All right. So Sam, as you investigate the next machine, it seems to be doing something very similar, but instead it seems to be calculating different ways to improve bladed and ammunition-based weaponry. Calculating how to get a sharp slice or a bit more of a devastating. Oh, that is an unnatural dice. The Nerdtheon has spoken. Tice 8769 donated 5 US and said their command is, Senpai Squeegee, I gift thee with more gifts. Give Sam a success much critical. It will be much fitical. Critical, fitical. I ain't even knowing what fitical means, but that's alright. Alright, so Sam, your next roll is a crit. Don't forget that Matthias and Finn, your next rolls are also botches. Alright, so Sam, you're investigating, and it looks like this machine is increasing the damage that these robots that this place is manufacturing are going to be doing. And if you had to guess, making tougher metal probably makes them more durable. Each of these computational devices has some kind of gauge, and currently that gauge is on very low. Tank is empty, but it is slowly moving up.
Hero Biscuit, I have no idea what you're smoking.
Hero Biscuit says, and join me, my brothers and sisters. Let us join hands and open our hearts in support of #FinnThias. Let their love be pure and their glorious in her eyes.
I'm thinking that this here tank has something to do with what's going on with the computer and its computation. And I also know that this is a facility of the Confederate States of America. As such, I would like to sabotage this machine, if at all possible. Break the tank or whatever I need to do in order to keep it from doing its job.
All right. So what I'm looking for you to do here, all right, I'm looking for you to you can critically succeed on your next roll here, because I'm going to ask you for another tinkering check, all right? You will be able to sabotage the computers. However, that will not stop the process from functioning. It will simply deny the Confederate States of America all the data they could have had from their experimentations, and maybe that might set them back a good long while. That leaves you with just this big, giant, infernal machine with the lightning storms, which you are able, on a critical roll, to determine are fueling either your opponent's robotic damage or armor. Now, the device itself is coated in very, very sturdy metal, and so cracking it open to get at its insides is probably not something you'll be able to manage right now, even if you were to apply your heroic levels of accessorized enhanced strength.
Even if I was to apply the strong arm?
Indeed.
Right.
At most, you think to punch the hole through the floor, and then you find out that the machine is encased all the way around.
Marshall, right. I may have had just a moment of divine inspiration here. I got all these bullets on me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna test this, and I'm gonna pull one of these bullets out of my pocket, and I'm gonna throw it into the lightning storm.
Are you sure?
I'm going to dive out in behind something.
Right. crouched down next to the wall.
Over here.
I'm awaiting confirmation from Kajer that Kajer is certain he wishes to do this.
Well, I was until you asked that question, because I've heard that question before, and listening to that question very carefully is how I've managed to live with this character for so long. I will take a step back, and I will. All right, I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna be. I'm a duck behind this doorway, and then I'm gonna throw kind of around the door into the storm.
All right, Kajer, I would like you to roll me any kind of die to represent this action, which you will then promptly botch.
Right.
And because it is you, it goes as wrong as it could possibly.
Yes.
It actually botches the roll. No, we had an unnatural dice lined up on you, so this is automatic botch. This is double botch. You have done botched your botch, son. So
well,
you will toss the bullet out into the clouds of Sparky and Dangerous and Mad Science, and the damn bullet will fire. I would like everybody present, please, to draw 5 cards off the top of the action deck. 5 cards to all present parties. And then I would like you to place those 5 cards on top of them lightning clouds in your hand, so I can see what poker hands y'all got. Losers taking a bullet.
Well, my hand is most unfortunate.
Joker's wild. Joker's wild.
Well, I can tell you, I don't think I'm winning this one, which is unsurprising given the circumstances.
For this, does my talent here that allows me to discard my lowest card and redraw, does that count for this check?
That does not count for this. That is for initiative purposes.
All right.
I'm just using the poker hands to figure out who the fuck Matthias just shot with a bullet. So I'm seeing 3 of a kind for the person who's up top there.
That would be me.
All right, so we know Finn's safe. Who is that down there by Finn and Sam?
By Finn and Sam.
That would be my poker hand.
All right, so you got ace high,
right?
And Sam, what is your hand?
Queen high. I'm not sure where it went to. It was queen high.
Well,
I do believe I know what happened.
Damn it!
I know what happened.
Damn it!
Yeah, you put your cards off the side of the visible map.
Oh. I will refrain from doing that in the future.
All right, so Matthias, or I'm sorry, not Matthias, Sam.
The terrible gambler wins his hand.
It's the only hand you're gonna win.
All right, so a 13 and a 15. I believe that's in the arms. As a matter of fact, not only do I think that is in the arms, I think that's in your wrong arm, which means your middle arm. You done just lucked out, girl.
Excellent. Glad I have this thing.
The 13 is the arms, the 15 is the upper guts.
All right, so, your arm is actually, is it 1 layer armor or 2?
2.
2 layers of armor. All right, so you are going to take a total of 5 damage, which is not even enough to do any damage to your arm. And you're not going to lose any wind. But then you're going to take 12 damage to the upper guts, which is enough to take 2 wounds unless you spend a chip to prevent.
I already have 1 wound in the upper guts and 2 in the gizzards, so I will spend a chip in order to not take 1.
Marshall, the moment that I hear that firing sound like a gun just went off, I'm gonna be shuffling my cards again because I had nothing to do with that. You understand? I will did not participate in that. I don't know how it happened, but I am just calmly back here shuffling my cards like nothing happened.
Do I know it was Matthias?
Roll me cognition.
Can I roll my stealth check?
You may
Marshall?
roll your stealth check.
All right.
That'll be a cognition versus stealth. It's not looking good for you, Matthias.
Oh no.
Just to let the keeper of the chips know, I have spent 1 white chip in order to avoid taking 1 wound on that.
You will
that
be
their
taking
damage.
you will be taking 3 wind damage, by the way.
3 wind damage.
Yep. And Matthias, you managed to hide good and well from Finn, who has no idea what is going on. But Sam, you see Matthias sneaking up behind the door and tossing a bolt and hiding. And then it ricochets off your arm and then hits you in the chest and plugs into the wall next to you.
Get down! We got.
Get down!
I will first screech in pain. And then I will turn to Matthias and say, "What in tarnation are you doing?
I'm just shuffling my cards. What's your problem?
You just shot me in the ribs. What is wrong with you?"
Nah, I think that bullet came from the lightning storm. I didn't shoot nothing. I ain't got no gun.
Go eat a pile of shit, son. I'm so done with you today. I saved your ass from a fucking spider, a whole fucking swarm of spiders, and this is how you reward me? I am so sick and tired of your shit. Go sit in the elevator.
They were
I
mechanical.
am in the
spiders.
elevator. What is your problem, miss?
Go sit in the elevator. Go sit in the elevator. That is a
She's
whole.
so done.
That's
She's beyond done.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna give a beat to both Sam and Matthias. I'm gonna give a white chip to both Sam, Matthias, and Finn for that. Get down. Everybody gets 1 white chip. Everybody gets 1 white chip for the beat. Thank you very much. Okay, so now that this is a bit settled down and you are a little more wary of where Matthias is at all times, much like babysitting a toddler. You can't just like have him running off and then, you know, like deciding he likes this pretty lady at the supermarket and climbing into her shopping cart and then riding away with a stranger. You have managed to determine that whoever it is that built this machine was very, very wary of you're gonna guess United Forces coming in and futzing with his experiments. And while you can definitely sabotage the ever-living hell out of those computational devices, you are going to be unable to, with your current payloads, be able to impact this machine that is making these lightning storms. If perhaps you had brought with you one of them giant bullets.
Right.
But you seem to have not done so. And so your choice is, do you throw this switch in the middle to the left or to the right? The way that you throw that switch, and I'm telling this just because you done critically succeeded on that tinkering check to understand this machine, it's going to lock the switch in place, but it's going to shut down whatever machine you don't throw the switch at. So you will be able to turn off one of these clouds of lightning, which will power down. So the question is, do you want to fight robots that are more durable? Or do you want to fight robots that are more damaging?
Durable, I think.
Now, Marshall, you said that some of these computational devices were small enough to be picked up, right?
Not in this current room, but yes.
Oh, all right.
The ones that you have already tried dropkick and shooting and otherwise interacted with would have been small enough to carry with you.
Right. No, I was just gonna start throwing these computational devices into the lightning, but if I can't lift them, I can't do it. So I'll go back to praying as I'm shuffling my cards.
All right.
I think maybe I have decided that the higher damaging robots might be a better idea. Because we'll need to get rid of them right quick.
All right. And so you will turn on the machine that seems to be increasing. You'll leave the machine on that's increasing damage.
Yes, I think so. Yes, I do. Unless anybody has anything to say about it.
Well, none of us have any idea how these machines work, so we can't really help.
Perfect.
I'm going to shoot Matthias before Finthias is a thing.
Oh, that's fun right there. All right, so Sam walks up and grabbing that switch with a firm and decided motion, throws the switch to one side, and there is a great crackling and a spark. And then suddenly this machine over here, the lightning cloud just vanishes. It just dies down, leaving that entire area of this whole room very vast and unknown, drenched in cloak and darkness.
Good thing I got one of them torch things.
Well, Marshall, I'm gonna start sneaking off into the darkness.
All right, you can roll me your sneak check.
I would like to cast magic missile at the darkness.
All right, I would like you to acquire a magic missile spell. I'm
I
not
would
saying
like-
I ain't saying you can't, Finn. I'm just saying you don't need to learn how first.
I would like to keep my fancy torch trained on Matthias as he tries to sneak away.
You may do
Because
so because
I
Matthias
gotta
is
watch
sneaking.
him.
Matthias is sneaking in it like he's not. He's just sneaking. So as you guys start moving forward here, all right, you can see all the computational bits and pieces on this control panel. Matthias, you are free to like punch it aggressively if you would like to do so. It won't do much though.
Well, I
Generator.
would, except I have learned recently that these machines are harder than I am, and as such, I lack the firepower in order to affect it.
All right. As you are in the presence of a computational device, you cannot do anything about. Do remember that you are -2 to all your rolls.
I do,
All right, so
Marshall.
as you step forward here, there is this steam smoke. The smoke is very thick in this room. All right, and you can barely see 3 feet in front of your face.
I'm gonna keep inching along.
All right. As you start inching along up here, you'll see these are not computational devices. These are just manufacturing machines, and they seem to have been shut down on this side over here now that the process for generating robotic armor seems to have been interrupted. And you can see just up ahead of you more of these we manufacture enemies, machines. These are the same kind of machines that spat out those little swarms of spiderlings, and that slow walking robot you opted not to encounter during the gauntlet that got you here in the first place. You know, this is a really weird basement now that you think about it. Like, who has a basement with all this weirdness? This doesn't even make any sense. This is a damn crazy mad science lab. New science, my ass. Mad science, more like it. So, Sam, you will find that these machines that you are exploring over here are still functional, as per the lightning power in them, and they are indeed manufacturing ever so sharper blades and much more deadly looking bullets by the minute.
All right. Can I take any of the special bullets?
You may risk it if you want to. However, you should know that you would be sticking your hand into an operating machine, which is probably a dangerous idea. You do, however, have a metal hand.
I consider using my metal hand to take just a couple for science. So let's try it with my metal
Great
hand.
science!
Quickly,
All right, Sam.
as fast as possible.
I would like you to roll me deftness. That's
Woo!
deftness, not deafness.
I would like to search
You
around.
go bust. You have officially rolled half or more of your roll as ones. You go bodge. Can I get a round of bodge from the audience?
Well, feels nice to not be me for once.
Oh, bodge.
Too bad that's me in the next roll.
Well, it's a shame. It's a shame that that you're not a little more faithful, Sam, because the Lord has protected me from these dangers so far. And my prayers have been
Shut your
answered.
dang mouth.
So Sam, you see those bullets? Those bullets look mighty deadly. You might wanna get your hands on those. Maybe turn some of those over to the United States for study. You could save lives. And so, with that in your head, you almost reach out with your flesh hand, and then you stop and you think better of it. And so then you reach in to the machine to try and grab some of those bullets. And that is when you come to the unfortunate realization that part of how these machines move all their ammunitions and funky bits is magnets. Very, very powerful magnets. And so you stick your hand into this machine and clang! Oh, son of a clang! And it's chewing up your arm, and it's doing all kinds of nasty. And you will finally, and you will rip your hand out of this machine. Your left arm ends in a stump now. It's wires and cogs. It has eaten your left hand.
Marshall, all joking aside, she did in fact save me. So when I hear the initial screech of metal, I will turn around and I will head back and I will start helping her pry her arm free, doing as much damage to the machine as possible while I'm doing it.
All right.
Cue me. No, that was the vibrating hand.
All right. So, with Matthias' help, you will finally manage to free yourself from the magnetic grip of this infernal, hungry, hand-eating device. You will, however, acquire yourself a few of these deadly-looking bullets in the process, even if only because they kind of like splash out and bounce off your face in the ruckus.
Sure. All right. A handful, you said?
Yeah, about a handful. A handful of deadly CSA science bullets.
Is that the technical term there, Marshall?
It is now. CSA
All right.
science
Sam,
bullets.
Sam, I just want you to know that I'm going to look to you, and I'm going to look at the machine, and I'm going to look at you. I'm not saying anything, but I'm going to look at the machine, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look back at the machine, and I'm going to look at you. All right, I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to go over here now, but I just thought I would have to
I
point
would
out
like
that I'm
to
not
communicate to you what is going on in the audience chat right now. E.T. Bard says, unhand that woman. Tice8769 says, let's give that woman a hand. Hero Biscuit says, hey girl, can I get your digits? Tice8769 says, that device is real handy.
Too many puns.
I love the nerd community. This is exactly why I like streaming my games. I volunteer the chat room for one beat. Oh man, that was fucking hilarious.
When Matthias looks at me and looks at the machine and looks at me and he gets my arm out of the machine, I'm gonna watch him looking between the two of us, and then I'm just gonna take my stump and like wave it in his face just to see what he does.
All right, Matthias. So she waves that stump in your face, right?
And it's all broken and sparking, and it's all look kind of menacing.
All right, and this stump, she waves this stump at you, Matthias, right? And you can see scribbled on the inside of that stump, right? Like carved in with all the love and care of I hope she doesn't notice I'm scribbling on her arm, right? Is the etched in letters. Finn plus Matthias. Heart forever.
I will grab her arm, right? I'm going to grab her arm, and I'm going to look. Who in tarnation? Who built this? I'm gonna have some words with the man who built this. I will. I can't. I will. I'm gone. I'm gone. All right.
I will
I'm
wonder
leaving.
what the fuck is going on.
And so Sam, all right. So he like looks at the machine, looks at you, looks at me, and you start waving your stump in his face, right? And then he stops and he notices something, and he gets both hands on your wrist and he gets his eyes real up close on that, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, and he's like, who the hell built this? What in tarnation? Words! And he just storms off.
If I had a notepad and I could hold it, I would be taking notes.
Of course.
But I seem to have lost my hand. So.
All right. So Matthias, as you storm off, there is yet another golden switch on the ground with a very familiar looking set of wires that go to either door, and you can see through those doors. All right. Now, as you are, here, all right, it would appear that your posse has yet another decision they are going to need to make.
All right.
On either side of this hallway, there is, first off, a computational device, and it is under another electric lamp, hanging off the wall. One of those confangled glass torches. Confangled. You heard me. Confangled.
That's the thing now.
It's a word now. All right. I used it. I am the marshal. It's my call to make. The rules say confangled is a word now. All right. GM fiat. Get used to it. Now that is how you exercise your omnipotence as a GM. Take notes. On the one hand, you can see underneath the light, these look to be some kind of strange, electrically powered peacemakers. But through the other door, you can see steampunk suits of power armor. And so I ask you, the posse, would you rather do more damage or take a bigger beating?
I have my guns.
Take a bigger beating.
Those suits of power armor.
I know he's talking, but I'm throwing that switch. I'm getting that power armor because I am full of holes right now.
I know he's about to suggest something, but fuck that, I want my power armor! Alright, Matthias.
Good choice, Matthias.
Please roll me strength. Remember, you are at -2 because there are computational devices you have not been able to handle just yet. Did you just go bust again? So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to communicate to you the narrative tactic that the television producers would use to show you this on the screen. Matthias reaches with all the glee of a child on Christmas in his eyes. He reaches for the lever, and you hear a... But the camera has flicked off to Sam and Finn, who have that flashing light up on them with them tall shadows of themselves up on the wall. And one of them looks over at the other and says, again? And Matthias, the camera come back to your sizzling body. Smoke rising above yourself as you are unconscious on the floor. For the second time, these switches do not like you in the slightest, do they? If you would kindly drain yourself of all that delicious wind.
This is why I haven't touched anything.
He's the smartest of all of us.
Matthias is like sizzling like a pile of bacon on the floor, and Sam is like looking at her stomp, right, going, man, Finn's pretty smart. Like,
what I wouldn't give to be that guy. Not because of Finn thighs, though.
That's not what your arm says.
Can I just take a moment to point out that the sentence, that's not what your arm says, was just used? What does that even mean?
Listen, I might do the thinking and my feet might do the walking, but her arm does the talking, all right?
I'm now envisioning her like installing speakers in this steampunk arm so she can charge into battle with the theme song going.
I thought you were just gonna picture her arm doing this.
All right, so that is a beat all around. Everybody seems to have appreciated this exchange. I will give one more white chip to everybody present because I'm feeling mighty generous.
Thank you kindly, Marshall.
This should make you feel uneasy because I only feel generous when you're gonna need it.
Well, I'm currently unconscious, so the only thing I need is a good nap.
I'm gonna kick Matthias in the stomach.
Well, that's just fucked up.
I'm gonna continue what he was trying to do, but I'm gonna use my boot to do it.
And guess what? I'm gonna botch.
Oh no!
Oh, you had the botch waiting. All right, so Finn. The unnatural die strike once more, and you're looking at Matthias. You're shaking your head, and you go to give him a good swift kick, right? And you will miss, and you will kick the switch, and the switch will click on all the way over, and the doors will open, but you will also stub your toe, and there is a loud crack. Oh, and your pace will be cut in half now, as you have fucked up your foot, much the same way Matthias did when he drop-kicked a computational device that was made out of some robotanium.
All right, can we take a moment to realize that this entire party is now literally crippled and not just figuratively crippled? Because we have 2 with 1 foot and 1 with 1 hand. We are the Special Olympics of Deadlands, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
And on that note, Matthias, I believe you